Hello guys, welcome back to Basketball Unplugged, coming back with another video. And it looks like Caitlin Clark could be making an extreme comeback based on some brand new footage that just surfaced from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. For this one, we've got to take it all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Music. Now listen, another day, another episode of fresh Caitlin Clark workout footage shaking up the entire WNBA community. I'm not saying she's 100% locked in for a return, but let's be real. There are loopholes, there are possibilities. And if the Indiana Fever truly want to make a push for that championship, you already know there would be zero hesitation in letting Caitlin step back on that floor. Because if she's healthy, if she's showing signs she's ready to roll, you do whatever it takes to put your superstar back in the mix. Caitlin Clark is that kind of game changer. We're talking about one of the most dangerous shooters women's basketball has ever seen. And based on this new footage, man, she's looking way ahead of schedule. Now, we haven't yet seen her in full-on contact drills. No defenders bumping her, no test under game pressure. But when it comes to her shot, her release, her rhythm, my goodness, she looks locked in. Her mechanics are smooth, her confidence is undeniable, and the way the ball is flying off her hands screams, "I'm ready." This clip circulating online shows Caitlin Clark pulling up from the logo like it's nothing. Steph Curry range, deep, effortless, and the gym crowd is buzzing. And it's not just a couple of makes. She's drilling them consistently, in rhythm, back to back. That's not testing the jumper, that's preparation for something bigger. And remember, this isn't just a random gym run. This was at Gainbridge, Fever's house, with trainers and cameras rolling. That's what makes this so intriguing. If the Fever organization is allowing this to circulate, you already know there's smoke to the fire. They understand exactly what this stirs up. The bigger question, what does this mean for the WNBA? If Caitlin Clark actually returns earlier than expected, the playoff picture shifts instantly. Every team in the league knows how lethal she is. And the Fever, already grinding and finding their rhythm, would suddenly have their superstar sniper back. That's scary. That's a nightmare matchup for defenses. I'm telling you now, this storyline could flip the entire league upside down. The WNBA has been riding Caitlin Clark's wave all season, and if she steps back on that court, the ratings that were already massive are about to skyrocket. So no, it's not official yet. But based on the footage, Caitlin Clark looks closer than anyone expected. If she does return, the entire basketball world better brace itself. So let's pull this up real quick. Hold on. As you can see here, this just dropped. Let's zoom in. Yep, right there. Clear as day. Caitlin Clark getting shots up, moving with confidence, and putting pressure on that leg again. And not just moving, pulling logo threes. Sure, she missed one, but that's not the point. The point is she looks like herself again. And look at the arena. New banners, yellow towels laid out across seats. It feels like something special is being set up. Now, this came straight from Krista's account today, but the original TikTok clip was from young Thanos. Shout out to him. Like I said yesterday, this whole situation has everybody speculating. And the rules? The WNBA playoff roster flexibility makes it possible. If Damiris Dantas is ruled out for the season, Indiana could free up that roster spot. At that point, Caitlin could step in and be activated. If Indiana makes it past these rounds and finds themselves up against Las Vegas, or even in the finals, the timing could be devastating for the rest of the league. Caitlin back in uniform, stretching defenses, even in limited minutes, changes everything. From the clips we've seen, she looks mobile, comfortable, ahead of schedule. Even Scott Agnes shared footage of her moving around with confidence. Honestly, it doesn't look like someone stuck in recovery. It looks like someone preparing for a return. I've said it before. The original injury timeline never made sense. It feels less like she can't play and more like the Fever are being strategic, waiting for the right moment. So here's my theory. Indiana is keeping things close to the chest, but behind the scenes preparing. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Caitlin Clark is activated mid-playoffs and catches everyone off guard. If that happens, Indy instantly becomes a different team. Even at 80%, Clark changes the game. Her presence alone shifts defensive schemes. At the end of the day, we don't have all the details. But when little signs start adding up, it's usually pointing towards something bigger. And right now, the signs suggest Caitlin Clark could be cooking up a surprise return. But hey, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Caitlin Clark is gearing up for a comeback? Or is this just practice footage with no strings attached? Now let's really talk about what's happening behind the scenes. Because this isn't just about basketball. It's about the ripple effect Caitlin Clark has on the entire league. The WNBA has been in one of its hottest stretches in years. Ratings are up, arenas are selling out, merchandise is flying off the shelves, and yes, A huge chunk of that surge is because of Caitlin Clark's arrival. So if you're the Indiana Fever, you're sitting in this perfect storm. Your young team is ahead of schedule, your chemistry is growing, and your rookie phenom, who also happens to be the biggest box office draw the league has seen in decades, is suddenly looking healthy again. That's not just a basketball decision anymore. That's a business decision, that's a branding decision, that's a legacy decision. And let's be real, fans aren't just whispering about this. They're shouting it from the rooftops. Every clip of Caitlin pulling logo threes gets millions of views within hours. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't matter, it goes viral every time. People are literally counting down the days, waiting for any official word. And the crazy part? The Fever front office knows this. The league office knows this. Everyone is watching how they move. Now, from a basketball perspective, if she comes back, you don't need Caitlin Clark to carry 40 minutes right out of the gate. You don't need her running pick and rolls possession after possession. What you need is her gravity. The second she steps onto that floor, defenses stretch, lanes open, Nalissa Smith gets easier looks, Kelsey Mitchell has more freedom, and opponents suddenly have to game plan completely differently. That's the Clark effect. And here's something else people aren't talking enough about. Momentum. The Fever are already playing with house money right now. They weren't supposed to even sniff this deep into the postseason. But here they are, scrapping, clawing, building belief with every game. Imagine what happens if they suddenly walk into the semifinals or finals and then bring Caitlin back. That's like flipping the turbo switch in Mario Kart. Boom, instant energy, instant momentum, instant pressure on the other side. But there's also risk. Let's not sugarcoat it. The Fever have to weigh the possibility of re-injury. They have to weigh the long-term picture, because Caitlin Clark isn't just a short-term weapon. She's the future face of the WNBA. If you bring her back too soon and something happens, that's not just devastating for Indiana, that's a league-wide earthquake. So here's the million-dollar question. Do you risk it for the shot at glory this season, or do you stay conservative and keep the long view in mind? That's the dilemma sitting on the Fever's desk right now. And honestly, no matter what they decide, the fact that we're even having this conversation proves one thing. Caitlin Clark is way closer to returning than people thought. And if she does, oh boy, the WNBA better get ready. At the end of the day, we don't have all the details. But when little signs start adding up, it's usually pointing towards something bigger. And right now, the signs suggest Caitlin Clark could be cooking up a surprise return. But hey, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Caitlin Clark is gearing up for a comeback? Or is this just practice footage with no strings attached? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be checking them out. Either way, stay tuned. Because if she does make this return, it's going to shake the entire WNBA landscape. Keep those notifications on, because you already know Basketball Unplugged will be right here with the updates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, we're out. And subscribe. Until next time, we're out.